We are live. Yeah, Nikki. Hey, what's happening? All right, so you guys, this is gonna be totally in the moment and also echoey because I live in a cavernous 1960s house. Sorry about that. So if you're new or if you're watching the playback, just know this video will have a lot of Knott's Berry Farm content you're gonna wanna get if you're a Knott's Berry Farm fan. And I will make it worth your while. So I apologize because it's not like edited and all snappy. However, it's gonna be great and I'm gonna put timestamps. So thank you for joining me if you're watching the playback. And if you're live, this is gonna be so much fun if you're live because you know how it is when you're in the moment and chatting is so much fun for us. Cool, so I'm just gonna do a sound check. I'm gonna turn on the good vibes. My neighbor's gonna turn on their heater and we're gonna do this. Yeah, okay, awesome. And yes, I will be giving you Knott's Berry Ambassador updates too. So just to go over a little outline, I'm assuming you can hear me, Nikki, because you're commenting. You would tell me, you'd be like, bitch, I can't hear you. All right, let me just check. All right, where are we? I'm just gonna go in, you guys, and check it out. There it is, we're live. We used to do this every week, but now it's like a fun kind of in the moment thing because I just do it when I can now. So thank you guys. Oh, it looks good. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, we are here, Scott. This is awesome. This is gonna be so much fun, you guys. Okay, because I got a lot. I got a lot to unpack. Now, you guys we're all SoCal theme park lovers in this chat. So you may want to talk about Super Nintendo World opening tomorrow, or you may want to talk about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and there will be a time for all the theme park updates. But if you guys could just, any of the chat that is off subject about other theme parks, travel, dietary stuff, if you could just save it to the end. Because what I'm gonna do is I have my Knott's Berry Ambassador update. So excited about that. My ears are sticking out. Woo. And then I've got some peanut celebration updates and some merchandise highlights, which I know Nikki will appreciate. And then the core of this should be the Boysenberry Festival because it is coming to Knott's Berry Farm, I believe starting March 10th this year. And I got the media release yesterday, so there's some like just really fun updates that maybe you haven't heard yet. Only a few people have posted about it because it happened yesterday. So I just want to get you guys that information too. So that's going to be like the core of this, and that's the title for people coming and watching the playback. And if you're new, just so you know, I am Southern California theme park and travel content. What's unique to my channel is I do love searching for merchandise, so that's something I do focus on. I love character experiences, so I'll always be bringing you fun, unique character experiences. And my daughter does have type 1 diabetes and celiac disease, so if you have any disabilities or dietary concerns, I always touch upon our experience, you know, traveling with her and taking her to theme parks because it is challenging, but we do it. We go for it. That's how we do it. So I do always share about those things. And yeah, just so you know, like if you don't want to miss anything, those are the things I focus on more than maybe other things that other channels focus on. Okay, let's turn on the good vibes. This is happening because this is like merchandise here. I have like a stack of merchandise. Boo! That's a little preview. All right, I'm like in the corner hiding stuff. Okay, I'm my laptop here for la la la. All right, you guys, you know what time it is. It's time to turn on the good vibes. Heck yeah, here we are in Super Cali Land today. Am I like screaming at you guys? All right. Yeah, Snoopy. Boysenberry Festival is my favorite. Yes, it's a big one, you guys. I'd say like the two biggest seasonal events at Knott's Berry Farm are definitely the Boysenberry Festival and then Knott's Scary Farm. Those are the two probably biggest as far as the most people know about them. They have, you know, the most kind of offerings, if you will, and attractions and stuff. But every season at Knott's is really special. Honestly, we wish we were closer. We live in Palm Springs, so we can't always be there for every single thing that we want to be there at Knott's Berry Farm for. For example, Charlie Brown Day happened this past Super Bowl Sunday, and we couldn't make it out. And that looks so fun to be a part of Charlie Brown Day. If you don't know what Charlie Brown Day is, it's basically a tribute to Charlie Brown, who is famously horrible at football. So if you're not a big football fan and you love Charlie Brown and the Peanuts and Knott's Berry Farm, people come and they dress up like Charlie Brown and celebrate at Knott's Berry Farm. And it's a lot of fun, and there's a group photo. And this year was the first year that it happened since, you know, COVID and everything shut down and gatherings were, you know, put on hold. So this is the first year that they really did it again. So I was bummed to miss that, but we'll touch upon that when we talk about the merchandise. Anyway, so let's start off. I am very happy to announce that Super Cali Land will be a Knott's Berry ambassador, continuing as a Knott's Berry ambassador in 2023. I want to thank Nikki and my daughter Raleigh, who's 7, because if it wasn't for them, I don't know if we'd be doing it again this year, because they both really said, just do it, just go for it. And I did. If you don't know what Knott's Berry ambassador basically it's a group of people that Knott's Berry Farm, the media team, has selected to represent Knott's Berry Farm in a more official capacity across their social platforms, whether it be a blog or like me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, etc. And each of us is very unique and very different and brings something different to the team. And it's a really great group of people. So much fun to get to know everybody and be a part of it and get like all the media releases and all the top secret updates that I can share with you guys like quicker and sooner, and it's really fun. And experience every single season at Knott's, which is amazing, and share that with you guys. So I went for it. I applied again. You apply in December if you're interested for next year. You apply in December, and I think by late December they make their selections, and then there's an ambassador summit usually at the end of June, right around the peanut celebration. And let me tell you, the Knott's Ambassador Summit this year was amazing. Knott's Berry Farm hosted us at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel. We got a first look at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel renovated room. So we were some of the first people, even before media, to get to experience the newly renovated rooms at the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel, which is still under construction. So it has not been announced when the hotel will officially be fully renovated, sometime later this year. So as soon as I have Knott's Berry Farm Hotel updates, I will let you guys know. But we did get to experience the rooms, which was really cool. I posted about it on my stories on Instagram. And yeah, so if you have questions about that, let me know. And then we got this full day. I mean, we got to do all these fun icebreakers and get to know each other. We got this phenomenal catered meal that I was like, wow, am I at a wedding? This is so fancy inside the Knott's Berry Farm Hotel. It was really yummy. And then we got to do a scavenger hunt out in the park, which was so cool. I felt like a teenager, you guys, running around as fast as we could, like taking pictures of things and selfies. It was so much fun. I posted some stories about it. And so yeah, Instagram, I'm able to share with you guys a little more in real time. So definitely check that out. In fact, I think the hotel highlights is highlighted on Instagram. So you can still see that even though that was in January, which was a month ago, which is wild. And you guys, we got a private tour of like a behind the scenes tour of the roundhouse. It's not actually round, but it is a traditional roundhouse in that it is where Knott's Berry Farm works on their trains. And it was really cool. We got a lot of history, and I do hope to share with you guys at least a short reel sharing with you about the trains that we saw. We saw the Gray Goose up close. We got to learn some history, about Walt Knott and his love of trains, Walter Knott and Walt Disney, and how they were friends, and how Walter Knott bought some of Walt Disney's trains, and it was really cool, you guys. So it is something I hope to share with you guys soon. It is in the pipeline. It's just, there's things like the Boysenberry Festival media release that I really want to get to you as quick as possible. I know you guys love trains, because when I post train content, it does really well. So that will for sure be happening. And I just don't know when, because that's not seasonal. That's something that is what we call evergreen, meaning it's relevant all the time. So it will for sure at least be a short. And I wanted to tell you guys too, even though I'm not doing my weekly lives, and even though I'm not even doing my weekly vlogs, I will be doing full-length vlogs. Hi, gamer girl. Oh, hi. I will be doing full-length vlogs. I'm trying to make them higher quality, so they just won't happen as often, because I am doing everything myself, the shooting, the writing, the editing, all of it. So they will happen, just not every week. And just to that, I'm going to say check the community page often, because I will be posting there a few times a week, updates, photos, links to videos. I will be doing shorts so I can get you guys stuff in real time. I will be posting on TikTok and Instagram. So there's going to be a lot of stuff there. It's just not a schedule like last year. So I did tell you guys that, but I need an assistant. It's so true. I need to level up and make more money so then I can hire an assistant. Okay, but maybe this is the year. I have good feelings about 2023. I feel very centered. I feel very focused, and I'm really excited about this year, you guys. The Knott's Berry Farm Hotel is being renovated and open this year. Fiesta Village is going to open this year, and it's going to be amazing. I don't have any of the details yet, but just keep those bells on is all I have to say, because Montezuma's Revenge is going to be amazing. And then you guys, for Knott's Berry Farm, it is the 50th anniversary. So I know that's going to be a big deal. Knott's Berry Farm, they have a lot of big plans for this year. So there's going to be a lot of cool stuff to share with you guys. And also check out the shorts, because YouTube's doing this thing where I can't select the thumbnail currently for the shorts. I think you need an Android phone. It's not working on any of the Apple devices. So YouTube randomly picks a clip from the short, and sometimes it's like not even relevant to the short. Like it might be a split-second clip. Like I did a recap of 2022 for you guys in 1 minute, and YouTube selected one quick little photo of my daughter in one of her dance costumes. While that was really cute and a moment from 2022, it wasn't really representative of the entire short. Like I would have put a picture of my whole family, it's something you might recognize. So, and like it might say recap. So I can't do thumbnails for shorts, but I guarantee I'm making you shorts I hope that you would want to watch. For example, Jerry Mary Farm. Do you guys know Carl? How many, I'm going to test how big of a fan you guys are of Knott's Berry Farm. Do you guys know Carl at Knott's Berry Farm? Oh, I'm talking really loud. I can hear it through the headphones. All right, so Carl, you guys, is head of merchandise I don't know his official title, but definitely like merchandise manager or merchandise representative. So he is at all the media events. I really love Carl. He's super cool. He's super sweet. He's always got like, come here, I've got a secret for you type of, you know, your viewers are going to love this. And during Mary Farm, he shared with me this giant K. Funny, I just was thinking we can't talk about food because we will get too hungry because it's lunch hour. So he shared with me, he's like, hey, Alyssa, excuse me. He's like, hey, Alyssa, he's like, hey, I've got something hiding behind the merchandise table and I've only shown it. It was a room full of people at the Mary Farm media event. So it's like, you know, 30 to 50 bloggers, media people, whatever, getting a look at food, merchandise, experiences for Mary Farm, right? And so I'm at the merchandise table, just, you know, chatting with Carl. He's like, I've only shown like 3 people. I want to show you something top secret that you're going to be like the 3rd or 4th person to see it ever. Your viewers are going to love this. He's like, come with me. And Declan was with me too. I was like, come on, Declan. And so we creep behind the table and he points down to the floor behind the table and he has this giant K and it's got the 100th anniversary celebration pin collection. So 100 pins all arranged perfectly inside of this giant K that's a pin board. And he's like, we only had 1,000 of these made. And you're one of the first purple, my world's turning purple. You're one of the first people to see it, and I'm taking photos of it, and I'm recording it. I honestly wasn't that prepared. It was nighttime, it was dark, so my content is like on my phone. It's a little, you know, it's not the best color. I don't have a light. But I did this short, and I posted it, and stupid YouTube, wait, I'm gonna turn this down because it's distracting me. Sorry, you guys, I'm hearing my voice through the thing. I did this YouTube short and YouTube didn't show a picture of the K, which was what the whole short 1-minute short was about. It showed a picture of me going, and I can't change it. And it was killing me because like, you know, 20, 30 people watched it. I'm like, I know more people want to know about this. You guys are so sweet. So anyways, I'm just saying, in fact, right now, that video might be members only because it's like nobody really watched it. I made it public and then I was like, well, no one's watching this, so I'll make it for my members. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link to it. If you want to see that K and you want to see the moment, I'm going to post on the community page when we're done so you could see it. Okay, you guys? And it's currently, the K is currently on display. I'm hearing people outside. It's currently on display at, in the California Marketplace, in that first shop, the Emporium, I believe. And it's on display. You'll see it right there, like right past the fountain. There's that cute little fountain of the little boy with like the duck and the chicken. Right past that, look to your left. At least the last time I was there, it was on display. And there's like a little board with the history. And anyways, so that's really cool. For all my pin collectors out there, I just thought that was so cool. And I tried to share it with you guys. And darn it, YouTube. Anyways. Okay, so I'm getting off track. So yes, we're ambassadors again. We had an amazing weekend. It was so cool. And they gave us gift bags. So thank you, Knott's Berry Farm, for this adorable gift bag. I've been wanting to share it with you guys, and just like so much has been happening that I haven't had a chance. So it was so cool, Vanessa. Like it was a really fun, cool, like behind the scenes moment that makes this really fun, and I get to share all this with you guys. So it's really cool. So settle. I'm right up against my blinds. Okay, so they gave us these adorable gift bags. This is Knott's Berry Farm. So each of the ambassadors got this at the summit. And I'm going to share with you. It's been hanging in my room for a month because I'm like, I don't even want to open it. I want to open it with you guys. So I'm going to put my computer down really quick and open this with you guys. Everybody here for the Boysenberry Festival, I swear it'll be worth it, and I'll put timestamps, okay? I don't even know who's going to watch this. But all the Veeps are here. All of you are here. Sorry, I can't see the chat very well on my phone, which was what I'm looking at. My mom is here. Gaga, Susan is in the house. Nikki, Vanessa, you made it in. Hello, Happy New Year. Vic is here. Loves the Boysenberry Festival. We are definitely getting to the Boysenberry Festival. There are some fun updates about that. And David is here. Welcome. So David said they had Charlie Brown Day last year. They did, but we weren't allowed to announce. It was not that we weren't allowed to announce it. Knott's Berry Farm did not officially announce it, and there was no group photo. So I don't know if David's still here, but because the park, was reopening to its full capacity, and people were still concerned about like people gathering in groups, there were certain events that we were not to publicly announce. Where this year it was in full swing, group photo, the whole thing. So they did do it. There was a pin last year, David, you're right, but it wasn't back to its full glory that it was this year. That's why this year's so much fun. Oh, no worries. Bye, Vanessa. Thanks for coming by. Thank you. Hearts. Love it. Is that one? That's cool. Is that because you're a channel member? Do you get that little heart? Yes. Yeah. Oh, David's still here. Yay. Welcome to the channel. I think you're new here. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So welcome to Super Cali Land. And the other thing we couldn't announce last year, it's not that we couldn't announce it. I shared it in my big peanut celebration vlog. Knott's Berry Farm did not put on the schedule the Peanuts Cavalcade. So there's this really cool peanut character cavalcade around the fountain there in Memory Lane. And they did not put the times because they knew people would gather to see the characters. This year, they're calling it Peanuts on the Go Cavalcade, and it is in the schedule. And it only happens on weekends, you guys. So if you want to experience, it's really fun. They dance. There's music that plays. It's really the closest, because we don't have, Knott's Berry Farm doesn't really do parades. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. There's not big parades happening all the time. So it's pretty cool that they have a cavalcade during the peanut celebration, which is running now through February 26th. Did they have it Monday? I wonder if Monday and Tuesday they did like weekend type events leading up to Valentine's Day. In fact, Scott, did you see the Peanuts characters on Monday in their Valentine's Day outfits? I'm really curious because I was there last Saturday, and the weekend before Valentine's Day, the Peanuts characters are in their Valentine's Day clothes usually. Hopefully they'll do it next year. And on Valentine's Day. So I was curious, do they also come out in their costumes on Monday? And David's saying Monday was a holiday. And so is next Monday. So I'll check with Knott's Berry Farm, but it may be that, in fact, you can just check the app. So if you go on the app, I check it all the time because, again, I'm 2 hours away. So a lot of times when I'm making my content, I'll fact check on the Knott's Berry Farm app and I'll look at the schedule. Like, is this show weekends only or is it happening on a Monday or a Friday? And then this weekend is a holiday, of course. My kids get all 4 days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And there's a good chance some of those weekend only activities are happening this weekend, the long weekend, on weekdays because of the holiday, which is really cool because the Peanut Celebration is daily, but certain shows like It's Your Life Charlie Brown on the Calico Mine stage, concerts, things like that only happen on weekends normally. So the Peanut Celebration is running through February 26th. It's shorter this year, you guys. Last year, I think it ran until the first week of March. So this year I noticed it's just January, February. It was like, started end of January. It started January 28th on a Saturday and it ends February 26th. And I think the reason they did that is because they're kicking off the Boysenberry Festival a little early this year. It's March 10th is the first day, but for all of you Veeps, the media day will be earlier. I'm just gonna say that. It's going to be earlier. You're going to get a first look much earlier. David's saying they're starting Boysenberry Festival a week earlier. Yes. So, and the media event is earlier because I believe last year the media event was like the Thursday or the Friday that it started, where the media event, it's similar to what they did with Not Scary Farm last year. The first look media event really came much before the actual opening day of Not Scary Farm. So it's very exciting. It's going to be a really fun year. I mean, so much to share with you guys, and a lot of it nobody will know about except the ambassadors, because I can tell you this, that all the renovations, all the updates, all of that happening, there's a lot, the creative team puts a lot of work into the story, which is so cool. I'm so glad they're doing this. I think they've done it for years. I'm just getting to hear about it now. And they do that, you guys, so like everybody working on, say, Fiesta Village, down to the person like painting, details, knows the story, that there's a full story, and that the finished result is a cohesive whole. And so some of those stories, no one's ever going to know about. They're just going to walk through the land and just be like, this feels so cool. They're going to feel the story, but they're not going to know the details. And I'll be able, if you guys are into that, if you're into the history, if you're into the story, keep your notifications turned on, because I will be able to share those details with you guys that, aren't really up for anybody to see. It's just there as part of the creative process. So it's really cool, you guys. Where was I? Okay, I'm gonna put this down, and I'm going to share with you guys what they gave all the ambassadors this year, which was really nice. It was really lovely. It was an amazing weekend. So we have a tumbler. It says Knott's Berry Farm. And it's got like the original labels from the farm, which is so cool. And then we've got, oh no. Oh no. I have just left this in here for like a month. And my jam jar was probably knocking it. It was hanging on my door and it probably opened. So I've got some Berry Market Premium Boysenberry Preserve. And you guys, oh my God, not the hat. Thank God I didn't have that in there. I have the t-shirt. I've got my, oh no, I've got my Knott's. It's got, this will be perfect for the festival. I'll wear this for the pie eating contest and just like smear jam all over it and just be like, yeah, I really went for it. And this will be my souvenir from the Boysenberry Festival. It says Knott's Berry Ambassador. So this is my second year as a Knott's Berry Ambassador, but this is my first official t-shirt that now is really christened with some Boysenberry Preserve. I think it's fitting. And then they gave us this cute Charlie Brown lanyard that I did wear to the peanut celebration. And I do have a peanut celebration vlog in the pipeline, but we'll see, because that's going to be a lot of editing. So hopefully I can get that out to you guys. And then, of course, the bag. And then, thankfully, I kept the hat separate because I've already been wearing it. This is last year's ambassador hat. Many of you have seen me in the park with it. In fact, if you see me in the park, I always have my Super Cali stickers. Where are those? They're right here. So just to show you guys, for those of you that haven't met me in the park yet, I always have my stickers, so I always carry these on me. So just say hi, and I've got stickers for you. And this year, dun da da da, hat head and all. This is live. This is this year's Knott's. It's really faint, but it's beautiful. My daughter's like, why are the boysenberries white? But they're not. They're like a really light purple. It's so, I bet the boys are like, wait, it's so feminine. But to be honest with you guys, there are some guys that are ambassadors, but a lot of ladies. So we'll be out in the park with this. Oh wait, what did Vic say? You put a Super Cali sticker on your laptop. Cool. I have one on my phone right now. If you need another one, just let me know. I'll send it to you. Because they kind of, they get worn out with time. And really quick, I'll just go from there. Oh wait, I'm gonna leave my hat on. What am I doing? You guys don't want to see this fuzzball here. Like I touched one of those balls that go, you know what I'm talking about? Like at the science center. The kids always love that. That's a fun one where you touch the thing and your hair stands on end. I need one of those. Okay. Really quick. So Raleigh and I did go to the Peanut Celebration this past Saturday, and I posted a short of all the character experiences that we had yesterday. I posted that if you guys want to check it out. And it was really fun. And we were there with friends, and it just was like one of those days, you know, we went on rides, we just had fun. Raleigh and her little bestie, they did the Everybody's a Winner on the boardwalk. It was the one where you like hammer the thing and it, you know, goes up. They have one for the kids and then one for the adults. The one for the adults is hard, legitimately hard. But the one for the kids is super cute and Everybody's a Winner. And this was the $15 prize. And she's adorable. I forget what they named him, but it was really funny because in all the photographs from far away, like there's this one photograph, it's on my phone, but it's like Snoopy, the popcorn bucket is open. You know, the little Snoopy popcorn bucket, and the girls have these, and the popcorn bucket's open, and it looks like these are like Snoopy's brains. Like, I don't know, it was really funny. You guys will see it. Maybe I'll use it at some point. You'll be like, oh yeah, it totally does look like that. For Declan, I got him a Charlie Brown hoodie just in case we were going to Charlie Brown Day the next day, but we didn't make it. And what's great is Declan's 10, my son is 10, and so we wear the same size, so I can totally wear this too, and I can steal it from him. This was Raleigh's from the first weekend. There's a cute little Everybody's a Winner booth in Camp Snoopy. You guys know the one because I always film it. In fact, all the vloggers film it because visually it's so cool. It's the little wood stocks floating down the water and you like, you know, you shoot it and it's just so, it's like movement and wood stock. It's so adorable. So this is the $5 prize and it's adorable little Snoopy. How cute is that? So she was super thrilled about that. And then I got her, the first weekend I got her these. The belt, this is the first time I bought her some, you know, ears at Knott's Berry Farm. We got her the Bell ones. And look, I was all pissed, you guys, because we got one that the tag is like sewn. It's just an accident. It like is sewn into the seam. But Raleigh didn't really care. So I still have the receipt. I'm so OCD that I'm like, maybe I'll go back and return it this weekend. But it's super adorable. You guys may have seen it on her. And we also got the privilege of being on KTLA, the morning hour, Saturday morning, the first morning of the festival. It was so much fun. So thank you, Knott's Berry Farm, for inviting us. Raleigh got to do sketch school on TV, live on KTLA, and she got to do Cowboy Jamboree with Franklin and Frankie over one of the Knott's performers who's amazing with the kids. The Knott's performers are so patient and so loving towards all the kids. It's just so thrilling whenever we see the Knott's performers in the park. And so she got to do Cowboy Jamboree live, and it was really, really fun. We got to do the morning stretch. I guess they do on KTLA Saturday morning, they do a morning stretch. I haven't even seen it, but hopefully at the end of the season, I'll get a copy and I can share it with you guys. So anyway, so she wore that on that KTLA morning hour. And then these are ones that are sold out, you guys. So there's some merchandise that's like selling out the day that it hits. And something you may have noticed is, do you guys know Knott's Network? So I was sitting next to them at the Knott's Ambassador Summit, table, and why am I blanking on their names? I feel so. Mary was wearing a little Woodstock shoulder pet, and it is true that there are Woodstock and Snoopy shoulder pets, but they sold out the day that they were unboxed. So I think the day they were unboxed, like in January, they were at the Camp Snoopy store, definitely, and I don't know where else, and they sold out the day of. So you'll see people in the park with them, and it will kill you because you're like, where did they get that? I'm sure they'll order more when they see something. I really think, here's what happens. When the merchandise team sees that something's very popular, they're gonna, I think they're usually gonna order more. It just might take some time for supply reasons, right? So I'm sure there will be other opportunities to get the Woodstock and Snoopy shoulder pet. It's just they're popular, so it's gonna be like a race. People are gonna be like, they're here, and then they'll be like gone by the end of the day. It'll just be like luck of the draw. But I think they'll get more. Like, for example, that Snoopy purse that was really sold out and popular, now they have them at the Peanuts headquarters because they ordered more because they're like, these are so popular. So now those are available. I don't know if you guys remember, it was like this cute, fancy Snoopy purse. And this is currently sold out. The last time I was there is the Boysenberry Lemonade Chapstick, which is so random. I heard someone saying, oh, I can't find any. And I'm like, oh, try the candy store because that's where we got ours. And they're like, no, they're totally sold out. So I didn't even know these were popular. I just happened to get some for Raleigh and her little friends. And yeah, so that's kind of random. So things just get popular and then it goes shh. And then this one, I've been searching for a year. I've been searching since the last year Peanut celebration. We got to do the KTLA morning hour that year. And oh God, what's her name? Wendy Birch, I think was the newscaster that morning. And she had one of these and I loved it so much. And they also sell out day of. So I got really lucky. They unboxed a bunch at Knott's Berry Farm on Saturday. And all day it was torturing me because people were like in the park with this item. And I'm like, oh my God. I went to the Camp Snoopy store and they didn't have any. And then they called Virginia's gift shop and they were sold out. They had them, but they were sold out. And I was devastated. And then at the end of the day, Raleigh and I went to the Peanuts headquarters just to see, and they had 4 left. And there was another couple looking at them, or another guy and girl, I don't know if they were a couple, looking at them. And they're like, we grabbed one, they're like, not that one, it's like funky, like something was wrong with it. And they're like, I was like, okay, thanks. And we got like one of the last ones at the end of the day. It was like the highlight of my day. It's this. You might remember it if you guys remember from like a year or 2 ago. Look at this. Yeah, I know about the radio too. I will tell you about that. Okay. Knott radio. It's this hat. I'm so excited. Can you guys see this? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. So Raleigh thinks it's hers, but low-key, it's mine. She doesn't know this yet, but I'm sharing it with her. It's got the little paws. Oh my God, I love it so much. I am so, so excited. I really searched for that for a long time. So yeah, Knott radio. So fun. Thanks, Mom. Okay. Knott radio is gone. If you guys remember, it was out all the other seasonal events, at least back through all the tasting events when like the rides were closed and stuff. And I think it was an effort to do outdoor entertainment. And I forget what's happening with the space, but currently it is no longer happening. However, it's so, I love it. Jesse loves it. My husband, we love it. We love the entertainment at Knott's Berry Farm. It's one of our favorite things. I should have mentioned that too. Entertainment is another thing I will always have updates for you guys about, as well as merchandise and characters and dietary stuff. I don't know who's here and who's not. So we love the entertainment and Knott radio. I don't have anything official at all, you guys. It's totally unofficial. My intuition tells me that because it's popular, I could see it coming back. Maybe inside a venue, like a live radio hour, you know, that kind of show. I don't know. That's what my intuition. I could see it making a comeback in another capacity, maybe in a venue, maybe the Birdcage Theater. I don't know. That's not official. That's just what I would think because it was pretty cool. If you guys experienced it, the writing was great. It was funny. It was tongue-in-cheek. The performers were amazing. They do these like old-fashioned, old-timey radio voices. I'd always feature it in a live. I'd always put it in the vlogs. Like so if you want to go back and look at any of that stuff. All right, Boysenberry Festival. You guys have waited patiently for 40 minutes. You guys are awesome. I will put in timestamps. So for anybody watching the playback. All right, so I try to do that on these bigger announcements. So I'm just gonna go through it, you guys. This came from, Knott's media relations yesterday. And so you might be seeing some updates about it. I already told you that it is starting March 10th through April 16th. So pretty quick, just about a month. And it's a big one. They said that they will have entirely new food offerings featuring more than 36 food and drink items. So a lot of new stuff. I hope there's some returning favorites. Personally, there was a gluten-free boysenberry mousse that my daughter, who has celiac, was able to eat. We would buy the tasting cards just to buy a bunch of them, put them in a cooler, and bring them home. Like, we were so thrilled with this item. It was delicious. It was gluten-free. You could find it at the Ghost Town Bakery. Big portions, well priced. I agree, Vic. Boysenberry Festival is definitely a great value if you love food events, food festivals. So the tasting cards this year are $55, and you get 6 tastings. You can do a combination of food and drinks. You can do just food, or like us, you could do 6 boysenberry mousses for your daughter because you're so thrilled about it. So yeah, you can use it how you want. You can also buy everything a la carte, but it is gonna cost a little bit more. So it just depends. Also, you guys, you could buy a tasting card and then you can use it over the course of a month. So like, we might have a tasting card and then, just use, like, Jesse will have one, I'll have one, use one, and then bring the other one back and share it. So you can share it amongst guests. It is a good value. It's really fun. It's fun, to have. And so that's that. And there is the other thing that caught my eye is there's going to be an all new show, which we were just talking about entertainment. There's going to be an all new show, and it's going to be called Knott's Preserved. And I'm really excited that Knott's Berry Farm is really celebrating their history. I think it's so cool because a lot of you know Cedar Fair owns Knott's Berry Farm. It's no longer in the Knott's Berry Farm family, but I am, as a longtime fan of Knott's Berry Farm, especially now, my husband and I, we love that Cedar Fair is really diving into the history of Knott's Berry Farm because there's so much. Dating all the way back to the 1920s. It is California's original theme park. It started out as a berry field, a stand, and Mrs. Knott's had a tea room and baked goods like pies, boysenberry pies and things. She did not start with the fried chicken, you guys. She was more refined. She had a fancy tea room with her fancy family china. So Walter was more of like a farmer, rough and tough and tumble, salt of the earth. She was more refined with her fancy china and her tea room and her baked goods. It wasn't until the Great Depression that she started doing her fried chicken because they really needed a new revenue stream to stay afloat, right? Because it was troubled times financially. And they couldn't just live off of what they were making with this berry farm. So she reluctantly actually started making her famous fried chicken, and people were coming from all over to experience her fried chicken. And Walter was like, well, we have these long, long lines. Maybe people might want something to do while they're waiting for the fried chicken. So that's when, like, the panning for gold and him building attractions and, look and sees and all these different, he started building this theme park basically with attractions and eventually rides with the Calico Mine Train and the log ride. And so it just built out from, wanting to entertain people. And I think also his passion for history and fun. And, so they were quite a team. And I love that Knott's Berry Farm is diving into this history. It's Really cool. Yes, I remember panning for gold as a kid too, and they still have it. I do think it's an additional charge, but if you walk into Ghost Town, it's on the left, like if you're on your way to Ghost Rider. So there is still panning for gold, which is really cool. So there are some of the original attractions, right? And Ghost Town is just California history. Like Walter Knott had an addiction, let's say, to acquiring historic buildings. A lot of the buildings are, actual schoolhouses. Like the Wilderness Dance Hall was an actual establishment where there were boxing matches, and there's all this history. So it's really cool. So the show is going to be I think it's going to be, it doesn't say where it is. So I picture it on the Calico Mine stage. It has not been announced where it's going to be, but it is celebrating the heritage of California's original theme park, and it's called Knott's Preserve. So that's really cool. It says, through song, dance, and storytelling, Knott's Berry Farm comes alive as the audience takes a musical journey from the little ghost town of Calico to the seaside boardwalk of the Roaring Twenties to commemorate the heritage of the park, which I think is really interesting because the boardwalk section is very mid-century car culture. Like there's certain, like the boardwalk barbecue, the architecture is very 1950s, 60s. But that's interesting that they're bringing the 20s and highlighting the 20s boardwalk. Like think, up in Santa Cruz or, those parts of California history. Because if you, there is a little boardwalk. There's an actual little boardwalk there as you're entering into Memory Lane. So that is a 1920s seaside boardwalk. So that's really cool. I'm excited. I love the 20s. I'm all about the Roaring 20s. So that's cool. And then the Riverboat Revenge is returning. The Boysenberry Fun and Games with the famous pie eating contest, which I'm already ready for with my shirt. Old McDonald's Barn will be back with the live animals inside of the barn there in Ghost Town. And if you go into Town Hall, you will see the returning exhibit, History of a Boysenberry. And if you guys saw my short from yesterday, there is a new exhibit right now through February 26th inside of Town Hall called To the Moon, Snoopy Soars with NASA. It's really cool. I highly recommend just even going to Knott's Berry Farm to go meet Snoopy because you guys, he's in his spacesuit, the orange spacesuit. And I need to look closer whether it's an official NASA suit or if it's just like an orange spacesuit. But here's a little thing that a lot of people don't know. The first day of the Peanut celebration, Snoopy was there in that NASA exhibit at Town Hall, but he didn't have his spacesuit. And I was talking to one of the team members, and they told me, I don't know if they were supposed to tell me, that his suit got dirty. I think someone accidentally spilled like a hot chocolate or something on him. So it had to go to the cleaners for 2 weeks before it could come back. And so now you guys, all the content you see, you're going to see Snoopy in his spacesuit. So you can go meet him. So far, the lines haven't been too long. And then there's this really cool exhibit because I don't know if you know, but Snoopy has a long relationship with NASA. He's been to the moon. I mean, Snoopy, like the plushie, has been to the moon. I think he's going again. Like, it's a whole history of him and NASA and the Peanuts and Charles Schultz, and there's like comic strips that feature, Snoopy going to space, and it's really, really cool. So I highly recommend it. And this is funny. Another thing I had never noticed, and some of you may know, there are 2 town halls in Ghost Town. So, of course, I'm talking about, is there an alarm going off? Oh no, it was a bird. There's a town hall right there next to the schoolhouse. If you're walking in through the back, like the left side of Ghost Town, there's the Birdcage Theater, the schoolhouse, and then Town Hall. That's an actual structure that you can walk inside. That's where the exhibit is. And then if you're walking down to the salon, to the saloon, like past the candy shop, and down to the Calico Railroad, there is a facade that says Town Hall that I had never noticed before. I'm like, that's confusing. So I always tell people Town Hall, and I feel like if you're visiting for the first time, you may not know. You might get confused. So it's when I say Town Hall for the exhibits, it's the one that you can actually like go inside. But there's a facade there. There's 2 town halls. Anyways, I had never noticed that before. Let's see what else. Let me look at the chat really quick because I know that there was. Yes, so Scott was saying Roaring Twenties was a themed area before the boardwalk. That's what I was thinking because, I don't remember a lot from when I was a kid. I do remember the soapbox racers, which apparently were horrible. People say they were too bumpy. I remember really enjoying them as a kid. I think it's because I was too afraid to go on the big roller coasters. So like I would go on that and Jaguar, and it was like I was too old for there was a point where I was too old for the little kid rides in Camp Snoopy, but not quite brave enough for the big roller coasters, and soapbox racers was something. I vaguely remember doing it, and then we would like go home. I had a pretty big, I was lucky to have like a pretty big yard out in the country when I was a kid. So we had these railroad ties in our backyard, not because we put them there, because there used to be a railroad in my small town. And so there just was still railroad ties back there. And not ties, but like the pipes. And so we would take those pipes, or maybe they were like a burned down hotel pipes. I don't know. We had these rusty old pipes in the backyard, and we would put them down our hill and then put a wagon on them and like kind of make our own little roller coasters or like soapbox racers. So anyways, it would be cool if they brought that back, but like a smoother version of it. Just saying, I think that would be really cool. So that would be like 1920s. So that's what I was thinking, like maybe before boardwalk barbecue and coasters, maybe that whole area was 20s, and they want to like share some of that history and maybe bring some of those 20s elements back. Because like you guys know, just last year they opened the Prop Shop Pizzeria, and that's 20s themed. So yes, Jake, hi. Paul is here. I saw that. Paul, hi. I'm so glad you made it. So much to share. No worries about being late. Just going through Boysenberry Festival updates that I got yesterday, which I thought, you know what, instead of making a whole video and never having time to edit, let's just do it live, So thank you guys for coming. The official hashtag of the festival will be hashtag Boysenberry Festival. And for any of you social media people, the official hashtag for the peanut celebration is not hashtag Knott's peanut celebration, just so you guys know. What else is in here? Just remember, you guys, a season pass will get you into every festival of the year. I believe there's 6 seasons of fun, and there's no extra charge. Your pass will get you into everything, except Scary Farm. I believe Scary Farm is a nighttime separate ticketed event. However, if you have a pass, you can get it. I believe there's a discount for pass holders. It's first come, first serve. I feel like they sold out last year. I can't really remember. Maybe some of you in the chat know. But yeah, so there's that. And I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. Oh, so for those of you that are into the merchandise, Boysenberry Festival is a big time for merchandise, because they have like all the different flavors of beef jerky and all the different fancy boysenberry flavored canned goods. Like a lot of stuff hits all the different markets that you can only get during Boysenberry Festival. And it says here there will be over 75 unique Boysenberry inspired creations and limited edition merchandise found throughout the park. So March 10th, actually a few days before, I feel the hunt for Boysenberry merchandise will begin. I will be there. And they have this cool thing where if you have family and friends that are big like Knott's Berry Farm fans, you can actually box certain items into like a really neat Boysenberry festival box and mail your loved ones, you know, a piece of the festival, basically, like a blanket and preserves, and, you know, you can kind of pick and choose. So there's a few different options for that if you guys are interested, and it's a really cool thing that they do, especially for people maybe that can't make it into the park for whatever reason, either locally or somewhere else, you know. So I'm trying to think. I feel like that made me think of something else that I want to share with you guys, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, and then of course the 30 local craft vendors will be back, which is really cool. During Boysenberry Festival, during Mary Farm, there are local artisans and crafters and local businesses that have space inside the park, which is really, really cool because it's supporting local business. It's giving you this kind of old-timey market experience, which you just can't get anymore out in corporate America. Like everywhere you go, it's like the same Target, the same Walmart. But if you're inside of Knott's during these festivals, you can have that like old-timey, you know, shopping experience and get something handmade that's really unique. I have some things, but I'm not gonna run and abandon you, but like my daughter's found cute, you know, hats, and I love the beef jerky, or not the beef, yeah, the beef jerky. I can't remember. They have, oh God, I'm blanking on their name right now, but this lovely couple, and they've got chamoy candy that's real. I'm getting really hungry thinking about it. That's so delicious. So anyways, I will, you know, try to give you updates about that, but be looking for that. And they call it the Boysenberry Festival Craft Fair. Don't forget that Boysenberry Lane will open up, which is back behind Ghost Rider. So during seasonal events, that's kind of like a bonus area. Last year, Whittles was back there for a photo op, so stuff like that. And the Pieman on the stilt walkers, so we'll see. All right, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else we didn't cover for Boysenberry Festival? Do you guys have anything? Gamer Girl's walking her dog. She's doing it all. Thanks for joining us, Jake. You guys, this was a lot of fun. If you have anything else you want to... Vic's like, I put on 10 pounds after consuming my tabs. Hilarious. I hope it was worth it. I know it's a really fun time. The portions are big, you guys. So, you know, plan to share. Bring some friends. Okay, cool. I think that's it, you guys. This was so much fun. Thank you for joining me. It was so fun to do a live. It's been a while. Keep all your notifications on because whenever I can, I'm trying to stay on top of the theme park updates as they happen. And a lot of exciting things happening. Super Nintendo World is opening tomorrow. You know, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We'll get to experience that soon, which is really, well, hopefully, because there is a virtual queue. You guys know I'm already stressed about the virtual queue for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I think you can feel my pain. It was like a year. I went all the way to Florida with my family for 5 days and did not get on Rise of the Resistance. It wasn't until we came back here and we finally got, I think I was with you, Nikki, the first time I went on it. We were like hovering over the virtual queue on 2 phones and we got on, and that was really fun. Amazing ride. And so hopefully we get on to that. And then, you know, Toontown is opening. I mean, there's just so much happening. Fiesta Village will be opening before we know it. And yeah, just lots of cool things happening. So keep your notifications on. And I'll see you guys soon in Super Cali Land. Bye.